Imagine this. Your exams are just a few days away, and while everyone else is stressed out, struggling to memorize pages of notes, you're calm, confident, and already prepared. You're not panicking, not pulling all-nighters, and yet you're scoring higher than most of your classmates. Sounds impossible? Well, it's not. Most students waste time on ineffective study methods, reading textbooks for hours, highlighting random sentences, and hoping it sticks. But the reality? 80% of that information is forgotten within a few days. That's why students feel like they study so much, yet their grades don't reflect it. On the other hand, there are students who study way less but score way higher. How? What's their secret? Let me tell you this. Studying isn't about how long you study. It's about how you study. And in the next few minutes, I'm going to break down a powerful study system that lets you absorb, understand, and retain information at lightning speed. This is not just another study tips video. This is a complete step-by-step system that works for any subject, whether it's science, math, history, or language learning. And here's the best part. By the time you finish watching this video, you'll have a clear roadmap to finish studying in days and still get top grades. But there's one rule: don't skip any part. Each step builds on the next, and missing even one could make the whole system less effective. So, are you ready to change the way you study forever? Step 1. Knowing where to start. One of the biggest mistakes students make is jumping straight into studying without a clear plan. That's like trying to complete a puzzle without seeing the full picture first. The first step is to create a study map. List down all the subjects and topics you need to study. Break them into smaller sections. Instead of writing physics, go deeper. Newton's laws, thermodynamics, electricity. Now, prioritize them using a simple technique. If a topic is both important and difficult, it's your top priority. If it's important but easy, cover it quickly. If it's neither important nor difficult, don't waste too much time. For example, if you're preparing for an exam and past papers show that genetics and human physiology are tested frequently, but cell biology is rare, then you focus more on the first two. This ensures you're spending time on what truly matters. Step 2. The right way to approach studying. Once you know what to study, most students make another mistake. They start reading passively. This is a waste of time because the brain forgets passive reading quickly. The right way to study is to first build a basic understanding before diving deep. Instead of reading a textbook from start to finish, do this. Quickly skim through the chapter headings. Read summary sections. Watch a short explainer video. Write down only key points or questions you want to answer. For example, if you're studying the respiratory system, don't start by reading 10 pages of text. First, get an overview by watching a 5-minute video. Once you have context, detailed reading becomes much easier. Now, here's the most powerful technique: active recall. Instead of just reading, test yourself constantly. After reading a paragraph, pause and try to recall the key points. If you can't, go back and review. This forces your brain to actively work and strengthens your memory. Step 3. Building and strengthening memory. Have you ever understood something while studying, but after a few days, it completely disappeared from your mind? That's because learning isn't enough. You need to reinforce it. The first step is to identify your weak areas. Go through some practice questions and see which topics you struggle with. Instead of blindly memorizing, find ways to understand them better. For example, if you're struggling with ECG changes in a heart attack, don't just try to memorize the pattern. Find a short explanation that shows why it happens. When you understand the why, remembering becomes much easier. Another technique is creating mind maps. Instead of keeping information scattered, organize it visually. If you're studying hypertension, draw a simple diagram linking its causes. When you explain a concept in simple terms, you realize whether you truly understand it. If you can't teach it, you don't know it well enough yet. So, study with a friend, quiz each other, or even teach an imaginary student. It works. By following these steps, you're not just studying, you're learning efficiently and retaining information for the long term. No more last-minute panic, no more endless hours wasted. Here's a quick recap. Step 1. Prioritize topics with a study map. Step 2. Get an overview before diving deep. Step 3. Actively recall and use mind maps to strengthen memory. Step 4. Use spaced repetition and teach others to reinforce learning. So now you know the exact system that top students use to study smart, not just hard. But here's the thing. Knowing isn't enough. You can watch 100 videos on studying, but if you don't take action, nothing will change. Right now, you have two choices. You can either go back to your old way of studying, randomly reading, cramming at the last minute, and hoping for the best. Or you can start applying this system today and see the results for yourself. The difference between average students and top students isn't intelligence, it's strategy. And now you have the strategy. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one method from this video and apply it today. Even if it's just active recall, Feynman technique, or spaced repetition, just start. And if you found this video valuable, make sure to subscribe for more content like this. Let me know in the comments which method you're going to try first. I reply to as many as I can. Now, go crush your studies, and I'll see you in the next one.